You'll make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Get It Right Texoma, and we got a new face in here. And
I like being called a new face.
A new face? Well, new in that chair anyway. And so Trey is on a super secret squirrel mission off to who knows where.
He's on assignment, as
He's
Jesse
on assignment.
Waters would say.
Absolutely.
He's on assignment.
On assignment. And but we also, of course, always have our longtime friend. Still, he's up in heaven right now, and we are. He's always overlooking us, and he's would be Mike Hendren.
And I can feel his presence right over my shoulder.
I know. Yeah, actually, really there. So, all right. Well, so we have Steve Garner, this gentleman right here. I didn't mention your name yet, I don't think. So, we have Steve Garner. He's with us, filling in for Trey. And but here in a little bit, hopefully we'll try again. We'll have Dwayne Jackson here. He had surely had a last minute thing going on. I don't know. We'll ask him. Maybe we'll pick on him a little bit. But Dwayne Jackson from the Wichita Theater will be stopping by to let us know kind of what's going on in that world.
There's always something cool going on at the Wichita Theater, especially when you get into the holiday seasons. They've always got some really incredible shows.
Oh, I know. That's all kind of cool stuff going on there. And by the way, we're always live here. Well, I say always, usually live nowadays. 7:30 Friday mornings. We're doing it. We got the technology. Kind of learned real quickly. Didn't have our video editor anymore, but you know what? He inspired us, Mike, he inspired me to go ahead and make some changes in that. And so we're just doing it live, and blemishes and all.
That's okay. That's all right.
So, but anyway, we're here 7:30 on Facebook and YouTube. Now, I've learned that Facebook is kind of getting rid of your videos, your lives. I don't know if you've run into that. Yeah, they're getting rid of them.
Got a
so
timeline on them.
Right. So, but they'll stay on. As far as we know right now, they'll stay on YouTube. Yeah. So, so tell your friends, share it, whatever. But if you're mostly on you're kind of Facebook, then go ahead and like us, of course, and then it'll notify you when we go live. But also do YouTube. Go ahead and like both of them, because that helps us with our numbers and everything. We're trying to grow this thing. Let everybody know, because we're unique here.
Right.
I know that you're working with Jackie Hager over at Hager. Yep. Is it still Hager Communications? Okay. Yeah. Well, the website, the email, the Team Hager, or whatever, that throws me off a little bit. But basically, they have a little show, but it's different.
That's right.
We're filling in a bit of a kind of a thing. We have a long format, if you will. We have guests, and we talk a little bit about local stuff, and so we really hope to entertain you a little bit here and there, and have some exciting guests like Steve Garner.
I don't know about exciting, but I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we have Ron Kitchens. Of course, we got a little news with him in a little bit, but we go ahead and record this so that you can go back and look at it.
That's right.
And now occasionally we have to record ahead of time if we're going to be gone or something, or a holiday, but otherwise, hey, one thing though to keep in mind is you can actually chime in with us live. If you go on and chat, I'll try to keep an eye on the little chat thing, but basically we can see that you comment and we can interact with you. One day I'll get it. There's somehow in this software I can click a button and it shows right up on the screen.
It's amazing.
That they can see it. So
technology's amazing.
Yeah, so I just got to learn it. But in any case, we do want to hear from you, and just please let us know what's going on. And so, Mike, we got a lot of stuff out there on the archive, by the way, with Mike. And then, by the way, we have sponsors, and would be Eddie Hill's Fun Cycles, 401 North Scarn.
I think that's right.
That's it. Yeah.
Way to go, Terry. Good job.
And then
Trey would be proud.
Yeah, MacTech Solutions right here. We're your Apple place. Of course, they do motorcycles and lawnmowers and all kinds of other cool stuff. And they'll fix your stuff as well, just like we do. We fix your Apple stuff.
That's
so
right.
You can buy it anywhere, but well, we don't want you to buy it just anywhere. But if you do buy it other places, we can still take care of you.
Yep.
So anyway, let's get into it. This is Get It Right Texoma.
I like that.
All right. So what do we got going on? Well, the first thing we do, which you've been here through the whole podcast before. So we have a local restaurant focus. And so today is Pelicans. Now, I have to admit, I have never been there yet.
What?
I know. And Scotty probably, doesn't know that.
Good night.
Yeah, I've never been over there.
That's one of our favorite places to go.
I know. I've got to get over there sometime. But
Oh my goodness.
anyway, so I'm going to have to rely on you then to tell us a little bit about it. But I'm going to bring up their Facebook page.
I can absolutely bring up.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I'm going to talk about that restaurant, that space, since that was the across the street restaurant decades ago.
Okay.
And then it was Phelan's restaurant. It's been so many different things, but it's a beautiful neighborhood pub. Our community doesn't have many spaces like that.
Okay.
And it's got when you walk in, it's got an exposed ceiling. So the air conditioner ducts, the rafters, everything are exposed so you can see them, and it just gives you a totally different feel than when you go into any other restaurant in town. But Scotty and his crew have continued to be consistent in their menu and the items that they offer.
Okay.
My wife and I and several couples that we like to go out with, that's one of our go-to places because the experience there, it's nice. The food's always good. They've recently updated their menu and got some new offerings on it. But if your viewers and listeners haven't been, they're at the corner of Midwestern Parkway and Taft to the Pelicans. They are missing out on a Wichita Falls staple.
What are some of the favorites you have? Because like I said, I've never been there. So
I like seafood, and I will get a fish offering. They've got several different fish offerings. They've got shrimp, they've got steaks, they've got salads, they've got pizza. They got all kinds of different things.
Okay.
I mean, it's a wonderful American fare offering.
Well, I'm not a big seafood fan, but I do eat some shrimp, and I'll eat a light fish, like the cod and the whitefish, because I guess there's something about some of the fish is pretty strong in its flavor, and I guess some people do like that. I don't know. I don't know what that, but anyway, I do like it, but I'll have to check it out. I'm not into oysters and all the other stuff. I'm sure you can get that there.
You can get that there?
But I do now, to be fair, I do frequent this other restaurant. Well, I guess there's two of them, but the Parkway.
Yeah.
I actually haven't been to the one on the north side.
Parkway North or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's called now.
Title
I've never been up there, but I love the onion rings over there. Do they have onion rings at the Pelican?
You know what? I've never paid attention.
Well,
to
surely they'd be the similar recipes. So,
I don't know.
But,
I can't say for certain.
But they are good. Obviously, you've been there many times. Now, I didn't grow up here. To be fair, a little bit, I guess, is I didn't grow up here, but I did get here, in '95, and I've been here a while. Just never have gone over there. I guess I have to take my wife. And
I think it's really cool that Scotty was working for Pelicans when it was in the Parkway location decades ago, and he kept the Pelicans, the sign, the big pelican, and some other things. Mm-hmm. When he came back he left town for a restaurant business, and he came back here and opened up the Parkway. Okay. And then eventually opened up the Pelican, which I think is as cool as it can be. It's just a great reconnection for the locals that have been here.
Okay, well, I'll have to check it out and definitely get you to check it out as well. But they're let's see here. What are their hours? I always look up here on the Facebook page. Let's see. We've got somewhere here. Closed now, so you click on that. Okay, there we go. So they're open, looks like Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. Normally, Monday through Thursday is 5 to 9, but 4 to 10 on Friday and Saturday. So expand their hours on either end by an hour. So
that makes it an evening restaurant.
An evening restaurant. Okay, so there you go. So go ahead and check it out. It's 2301. I can get this thing, Midwestern Parkway, and I guess they do reservations at times. Mm-hmm. Okay, do you have to?
You don't have to, but on the nights, on Friday night, Saturday night,
if
you don't make reservations, you'll wait.
Okay, you'll get in, but it'll wait. Minutes. Okay, all right. So, but it's probably worth the wait.
It is worth
the
wait.
All right. Well, then, what do we got up coming next here? So what we have local happenings, and it'll be the last after-hours art walk for the year this Thursday coming up.
That's
right?
coming up.
Or not this Thursday. I'm sorry, Thursday, October 2nd.
Yeah,
so it'll
which
be.
is the coming up Thursday.
Oh, is that already?
Yeah.
Oh my
dude.
God. Okay.
Come on.
All right.
It's
I
next
know.
Thursday.
Well, it's only the 26th. That didn't seem like
That's
Anyway,
right there.
so it
That's
is.
right
It's
there.
next week. Last one of the season. So before it gets, I guess, cold
And if you've looked at the long range forecast, it's going to be a beautiful fall evening to get out and enjoy.
Okay.
The last art walk for the community.
Okay. So what all happens down there? You go. I'm sure you've been more than I have.
My wife and I've been several times. It's another one of those wonderful offerings. Our community, there are so many things that you can take advantage of and go do.
Okay.
This one is really different because, in my mind, you've got offerings down there. You've got food. You've got artwork. You've got all kinds of local artisans that are down there with their works, whether it's woodworking that they do, or if it's paintings that they do, or if it's crochet or knitting or jewelry. They've just got, there's all kinds of things down there.
And you do get a lot of the businesses will open up too, a little longer, extended hours, I suppose. So
I mean, the Wichita Breweries is of course open, but some of the other things are open as well.
Okay,
down there. So it's just a great time to go downtown and just enjoy such a wide variety of offerings.
Okay, well then, so we have that coming up October 2nd. This coming up October. Now, the next thing is that let's see here, the 8th, or no, I'm sorry, I'll say it. The 6th annual Lifeline Gala to benefit CCMH. That's Foundation. What? I'm sorry.
CCMH?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Our friend Trey did this up, and I should have looked it up there. But it's obviously Children's. No, it's not Miracle Network. Well, gosh, I'm gonna have to look it up. Sorry about that. CCMH.
But it's October the 8th. Is that right? October the 8th at the Rock Barn, or 10 to 8.
Oh, it's Community Healthcare Center. No, that's a different deal. Okay, I'm sorry. He's going to have to...
Oh, he's going to get you for this.
I know, and I don't know. CCMH. Okay, I don't know. It's for those who know what it is, it's on the 8th of October, and it's at the Rock Barn, as you said. We got food, and I got to get my cursor over here so that I can read this. Well, I can go back up here. There it is. Doggone it.
That's okay.
So live and silent. Okay, going to have door prizes, live silent auction. Tickets are $50, including dinner, and Clay County Memorial No? I don't know.
I don't either.
Oh, well. Trey, you're going to, probably get me for this. So don't watch this.
While you're going on to the next one, I'm going to research that.
Okay.
I want.
All right. We got to find out. Yes.
Who this is.
All right. So otherwise, we've got Texoma Gives has raised support for more than 200 local nonprofits through a single day of giving each September. And that's beginning in 2026. KFDX and Texoma Fox will partner with the Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation to continue the tradition with a newly branded Giving Day. So the last year for the Community Foundation to do it themselves, they're going to have a partner now to help promote it and get the word out next year. So that's going to be a change that we'll see next year. So the Wichita Falls Economic Development Corporation has authorized the sale of more than 225 acres to the Wichita Falls Business Park, or at the Wichita Falls Business Park, to Texas Data Center Campus, LLC. So that's the big data center, that one of them that we've heard about here recently. Mm-hmm. They plan on building a large-scale data center. I mean, this thing's huge.
Massive.
Between 10 and 15 billion, B.
With a B.
A B. And that's going to employ about 300 people. And let's see, making close to six figures when it's fully functioning. I'm not sure what he means by that. Six figures, that's 100. Oh, the people, the salaries are going to be six figures. There we go. And it's, let's see here. At that same meeting, the board also approved up to $300,000 for the contracts with Forward Wichita Falls. That's the organization to manage that will be managing the Psych Center Mall And that's supposed to close in October, I believe.
For both of these things, on October 15th is when the mall closing is supposed to take place.
Okay.
And then October 16th is when the data center is supposed to
to break ground.
place. Yeah, also.
Oh, okay.
And Governor Abbott's actually going to be in town for that.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be it's a huge thing for
win.
our community.
Yeah. And so the idea is that they're bringing this in. Now, I don't know if there's any sort of maybe you do, but I'm sure there's some level of incentives, that maybe some tax breaks or whatever for a period of time.
No.
Oh no, there's not.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
One of the things that Ron Kitchens and the development corporations have done over the last several years, because of the growth in the state of Texas and the desire on the part of these corporations to move into our economy in Texas, Wichita Falls is a very affordable, desirable place.
So it wins on our own merits.
On our own merits.
Okay, cool.
Amazon didn't get any abatements.
Okay.
This is one of those things as we move forward, because of the desirability of Texas in the eyes of these entities. That's one of the things that we don't have to give up.
Okay.
Like we did during the 80s and 90s to get people to move here. It's just a really big win for us.
Right. Well, and a lot of this groundwork for what makes it a good place for these companies has been laid for the last 15, 20 years at least, because it took a while, and we're starting to see the fruits of that labor and that investment. Really, there's a lot of investment that went on not Mustang Park. What's the business park itself? We've got other things too.
One of the things that is exciting to me is what the city council and the economic development corporations did over the 2010 to 2015, 16 time frame in changing attitudes here in Wichita Falls. And the business park kind of sat idle for a long time.
Right.
And when the decision was made to go ahead and put all of the infrastructure in at the business park, the water, the electricity, the streets, all of those things, boom, it gets filled up.
Sure.
And so there's an expansion at the business park. There's another expansion conversation going on out at the airport. So there's lots of things going on, Terry, that our community is going to see some real benefits from in the short term.
Okay, well, good. Well, so but the big win here is that value of all of that equipment is a tax base, part of the tax base.
Yes.
And sure, I admit it, I'm quite sure that overall they're going to increase budgets, right, to be able to fit, but that's going to be much less of a load, and hopefully we actually see a tax break. But that means overall, though, we're going to have more money, because this is a huge single entity that has a huge amount of value, a great deal of value, because that's what at the end of the year, the value on December 31st of that equipment for most businesses, I don't know if there's an exception to that. For the most part, though, that whatever the value, in my case, whatever inventory I have, plus other fixtures and other assets of the business, I have to pay a property tax on. So it's the same rate that you pay on your home, except I don't get any exemptions, unless I guess there could be some if we've worked out a deal. Well, I hadn't made any deal, so. But yeah, so that'll help us lower overall our tax rates for our homes and our businesses. And then in their case, they're going to be paying two things. They're going to pay a franchise tax, I imagine, for Texas, and they'll also be paying for. I'm guessing maybe they know. I don't know how that works when you're out of state, but I do have to pay if I made over a certain amount, I'd probably have to pay a franchise tax, but I don't have to.
The big thing here for me is the number of jobs that this creates.
Yeah.
If you look at what happens out at the Vitro, which is the old Certainty plant, the old PPG plant, if you look at what they just finished announcing and they'll start construction on, their $400 million expansion at that plant adds 275 to 300 jobs already coming to Wichita Falls.
Right.
And if you think of the impact of 275 to 300 jobs, and those jobs are going to be $75,000 to $150,000 jobs. So you look at that impact. Those people in those positions are going to have families. They're going to need, or they're going to want to upgrade a home. They're going to want to buy a car. They're going to spend money at retailers and restaurants and places around town. Then you add this facility, in addition to the 300 permanent jobs it's going to create. This is going to be a 3 to 5 year construction.
Yes,
Terry. There are going to be thousands.
Yes,
thousands, not hundreds, but thousands of construction workers, electricians, concrete workers, framers, roofers, all of this.
Right, and no doubt we'll get some of our people here. Well, I would hope most of it, but I don't know what the percentage is. But I'm sure there's going to be some jobs will have to be brought in from the outside because of either we don't have the bandwidth or the capacity to handle all of it, but also we will benefit because then when they're going to have to hire people. Yeah. And then they're going to spend money, and then they're going to be, and may even hopefully bring some of the contractors in. I know that's what I think Ron mentioned this before is that because there will be some contractors coming in from out of town, that we maybe sell them on staying here. Yeah. Because if it's a 2-3 year project, I'd say a lot of them will bring their families. Yeah. And maybe stay. So
the number that I've seen and read is in a large undertaking like this, about 20% of those will stay. Okay. So that's going to be a real benefit to Wichita Falls.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. I think this is pretty exciting, and I think there's some other data centers. We still have I don't know what the latest is on the solar project up in Burke, but that's still hopefully going to happen. Now, something else that's been going around about a lot of people have been talking about of course, it's on on social media locally, is they've been complaining about the data center, and a lot of people don't really know what they're talking about. They're talking about, they're going to use a bunch of water. You have to use water to cool these things. I guess there's a cooling system and all of that does use water, but it's a closed loop system. Yeah. Now, I'm sure it'll have to be topped off here and there, but it's not a constant use of that. And also the noise and all that's going to be different than some of these, because there's some mining, crypto mining places in a few towns.
Totally different.
Right. This is so crypto mining. Here's my take on it. That is absolutely, that's the cheap way of doing it, of getting a data center. And those are loud. These are going to be modern facilities, just like any other large building around. It doesn't add probably no noticeable sound other than maybe the ACs, but then that's but they keep that down.
You can get that with
so just keep that in mind, that this is not the same thing as a crypto mining. Some of the stories you've heard on that, and I'd hope that if there are some crypto mining facilities looking to come into town, I hope we do keep that in mind, that we don't necessarily approve them just without some sort of restrictions. So, but anyway, so that right there is what's going on, data center and all that stuff. Now, anything else you want to talk about on that?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well then, the $300,000 for the Forward Wichita Falls and all that.
I have a question.
Okay.
CCMH. Clay County Memorial Hospital.
It is. Okay.
So you were right.
Okay, so basically, and the reason I thought about that is Trey is on the board. I'll just have to get him to spell out his acronyms next time. So I'm going to blame him for now anyway. But Clay County Memorial Hospital, yes, he's on the board. Yep. And it's not a for-profit deal. And they need some help every once in a while. They rely on public funds and these kinds of things to raise some money out there. So, because I know there's some things about some ambulances, and I think we may have 2, and I wish he was here to talk more about that. But back on Psych Center, we got that happening here, closing. When we say closing, they're not closing them all yet.
No,
and that will be in phases anyway, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So because they're talking about hey, I think that some of the merchants have some concerns. I think they're valid. That people they're saying that traffic has even gone down even more since all this news. So no, please go to the mall and do what you can. I mean, we want to take advantage of those businesses there. They're many of them are local, and let's go there, and then let's also promote and help figure out where they can go, and hopefully this will all be worked out. On another note, to take that to the next step is, unfortunately, we're going to lose Ron Kitchens.
Yep.
From the chamber.
This was a shock to me.
I know. It was blasted like a big thing yesterday.
Yeah, well, I'm grateful that he's staying through the 16th, which is he's going to be here. I think he's to the 17th.
Okay.
But he's going to be here for the closing, not the closing of the mall, the closing of the paperwork, selling the mall.
To sell the mall.
And for the closing of the contracts on the data center. He'll be here for both of those huge things. As a member of our community, I'm so grateful that Ron was here for the last 3 years.
Oh, absolutely.
To shepherd in this huge influx of new and exciting things happening in our community. I'm also wishing him the very best. He's got a great opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Going to St. Louis. To take over, a similar position there.
Economic development of some sort, greater St. Louis or something.
So he's doing the same thing there that he did here. It's just on a much bigger scale. So it's a great move for him, and I'm so thankful that Wichita Falls had him for 3 years. And we're in much better shape for him having been here.
Absolutely. So I tell you what, we've actually our guest. Hey, Dwayne. Come on, we do
Dwayne
this
Jackson,
live.
come on down.
Yeah, come on. You're the next contestant on.
Yeah, come on.
Get It Right, Texoma.
Way too early and too cheerful for this time of day.
Oh, geez. No. Hey, you know what? Have a seat here.
Good to see you,
man. And, you're not on yet. We're going to send you up, though, and once you get on there. So I have toys over here that I get to play with all of this stuff. So now you should be on. Yeah, they even got your name down there, see?
Did you spell it right?
I think so. Isn't it DW?
Very good.
AYNE. Well, I'm a Wayne, so I kind of remember it's the same. It's just you throw the Dwayne.
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 D-A-W-A-Y.
It's Dwayne over here. Okay. So anyway, welcome. So where are you from?
D-A?
Oh, DW.
No,
I was going to say, no, it's not.
See,
I know better.
It is too early, Steve. It is. It is.
No, it's Dwayne. I know it's
Dwayne.
Yes.
It's
not Dwayne. It's
no,
Dwayne.
I know.
I don't know. It depends on who you're talking to and where they're from.
Okay. That could be true.
Yeah. So where are you from? What's this thing? This theater?
I
don't know.
Small little project we've known for 30 years called the Wichita Theater.
Well, you've known for 30, but
so the city has known for a lot longer than
there you
that.
go.
That's
Okay.
right.
All right. So, welcome to Get It Right, Texoma.
Thank you.
I think you've been on.
No,
we haven't had you on before.
No,
okay,
no,
had you on the radio
all these years. That's okay.
Yeah. This live thing's been just about almost coming on a year and a half at least.
Wow.
Yeah. So we a little over a year and a half, I think, something like that.
Very good. You needed something else to do. So
there we go. Yes, it was all Mike's fault.
Oh yeah.
He got me started and having fun with this when he invited me on to stay on after doing some advertising on the radio. I used to come up there live on Fridays and have some little commercials and all that. And he says, "Hey, why don't you come on up and stay for a while?" And then me and Trey got together. We said, well, rather than him coming in on Thursday, me on Friday, I think we just started coming in on Fridays, and then so it's the rest is history. So,
very good.
But yeah, so we have a teleprompter, man. We have right there is what you look at. So you even got a little target to look at there, the little blue in the middle.
All right.
So we're ready.
You're official.
All right. So what do you got going on over there?
Well, we just a lot of stuff. It's wall to wall, year to year.
Okay.
Right now, we are wrapping up this weekend. Annie, the musical.
Annie. Okay.
And it's a fantastic show. Got a lot of great cast members in it, as we always do. We've been fortunate in that.
Right. Local talent.
Local talent.
And
we say local is about 50 to 60 miles in anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a number of performers that do drive in now. Because they want to do
What's
it.
What's our furthest player?
Probably Lawton.
Lawton?
Lawton,
Okay.
Graham, Vernon. That's about.
Okay.
They can go other directions from there, but for whatever reason they believe
it's the facility.
It is. It's the experience. For
Yeah.
them. It's an experience, and we got a group from Bowie that comes up, and there's also some that started with us that live in Bowie that started a little arts program that they do some productions out there during the year also. So But Annie is wrapping up this weekend, and
that's on the one stage.
That's on the main stage.
Main stage, okay.
This last weekend, we just closed Gentleman's Guide to Love and Murder.
Okay.
We're taking a break from the crime scene for this next show over there that opens next weekend called Daddy Longlegs.
Okay.
It's just a two-man show with two of our recognized actors, Jesse Malone and Ian Kirkpatrick. That it's a very dramatic musical, very, very nice love story. But so it's one of those we tell our audiences anymore, give a chance to something that's new, something you don't know, because we're not going to select something you're not going to absolutely love. So, don't wait for the Annies or the Beauty and the Beast or the Steel Magnolias, something everybody knows.
Right.
Because if you do, it just makes it really tough for us to select shows.
Right. My wife and I go, and we like the dinner. Right. We love the dinners. Yeah. I mean, it's just really a really cool thing to do. And it's right there. I mean, they're right there, and it's interactive.
You're on.
Most of them are interactive, right? I mean, or if not all of them.
Interactive, whether you want to or not.
Yeah, that's right. And it's just cool the way they do it, and they have a nice big this digital display that's amazing. I mean, this thing is, you can make any scene that's going on there. It's really cool. Have you been?
Not to the
put him on the spot.
Oh,
yeah,
no. Well, he picked on me earlier, so I can pick on him.
4 years, maybe 5 since.
Okay, well, you got to get there for this. That digital stage is just awesome.
Yeah.
And
the video wall has given us a new
wall.
dimension of things that we can do.
Yeah.
And when you don't have any backdrop and you have very minimal room backstage for set, that investment was well worth it. It gave us some chances to do some fun things, as well as just change backgrounds and not have to spend so much money on paint.
Yeah, well, let me tell you the experience that my wife and I have when we go there. So you show up a little early, and you're hanging out in the lobby, and then people start coming in, and they start fighting for the desserts. Right. It's first come, first serve on that. But no, seriously, you do need to get there early to pick your dessert.
We started the choose your dessert process a year ago, and it has been the unintended consequence, which is not a bad thing, is people start arriving earlier because they have about 5 choices, and if you wait till 6:30 to show up, which is
no banana
time,
cream pie,
you may be getting the cheesecake.
Yeah, that's right. Well, but it's
all
all good.
Cheesecake is great.
Yes,
but your choices may be limited to one.
That's right. And so and who's your caterer for that or the overall
over at the Loft?
What is it?
The Loft.
Oh, the Loft. Okay, so they do all of it now.
No, they just do the dessert.
Okay, then and who does the
catering? Right now is being done through Rib Crib.
Oh, okay.
But we've had Bistro Express did it for so many years.
Yeah. Oh, so
they've moved on.
Okay.
They shut down, and so we are kind of playing with different options at this point.
But basically, it's always a good meal.
Always a good
it's,
meal.
And the dessert, but before there, you get community though. You're sitting down in the couch or over on one of the there's several couches and then chairs
and another one that was donated. It's a very eclectic lobby.
Yeah, there you go, and you hang out. And I met a lady who's from, I think she was from Brazil. Her husband was Air Force. Okay. And we sat down, and I don't know how they connected. I'm not quite sure, but not too many military bases, U.S. military bases in Brazil. But anyway, sat down and talked to her, and she told us about her cats and everything else,
It has become a social environment.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of years ago, we had somebody come to us. We had some very nice pre-show music playing. Mm-hmm. Probably was playing a little loud and had a request, could you turn the music down so we can talk?
Yeah.
That, you know what? Okay, it's not about the entertainment at this point.
Yeah.
Going out to, especially a dinner theater,
right,
where you kind of sit around. It's a great birthday environment, anniversary, but you come with friends. A lot of people, they love the 4 top tables so that they can come and bring some friends, and they just sit and have a chance to socialize.
Right. Yeah.
So
and then
it's it's a unique experience.
It
It's
is.
gone over very well.
It is absolutely. Lucy and I just absolutely enjoy it. I don't know how many we've been to, but a bunch. And most of them, yeah. And it's just it's an amazing experience. That's a great way of putting it right there. So I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah.
And I just wish more people would go out and fill them up. I mean, make it hard for us now. Lucy's real good at getting the early reservations,
right.
but definitely fill them up. Get those things going because it's really amazing. So
yeah, well, good.
But what else is going on the big stage then?
So main stage opens again. We've got 2 dark weekends before we open Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay, yeah, we've got tickets.
Yep, very, very popular cult following for that. The cast is probably, if you could say there is an A cast for the community, this is it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's those shows that all of those performers want to do, and they made selection of the performers very difficult because they all came out.
Yeah.
But so that opens middle of October, and then we conclude the season with on the dinner stage. It's not a Christmas show, but we don't always do Christmas shows over there at Christmas. But Murder on the Orient Express, Agatha Christie.
That's a classic.
Yep. And the last time we did it, it was hugely successful.
All right.
One of the best shows financially that we have ever done. So we expected to repeat that. And then on the main stage for Christmas, it opens right before Thanksgiving, is a show that we tried to do about 20 years ago. And we got a overnight letter from Dr. Seuss's attorneys.
Oh no!
We had assumed, because of something we had seen, that it was available to license. So our naive early years, we said, "Oh, we saw them do it, therefore we can do it." Just posted it, and of course we nicely told them we are sorry, and it will be taken off. But that is how the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Okay.
Oh wow!
All right.
Yeah. So it's only about an hour and 25 to 30-minute script with no intermission, but it will engage not only those of us that have all grown up with the Grinch, but it's a great show to bring the kids, the grandkids,
Oh wow!
your neighbors' kids, your church group. So those are our 2 final shows of the season.
But in addition to that, though, we're doing it again.
There's more.
Yes, there's more, right?
You're wearing me out. This day.
So what? But right, the what's the name? The Christmas show.
The Grand Old Christmas Show.
There you go.
Yeah, but even before that,
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned those. We have our Live at the Wichita series, which is the concert-based events. That's not the dramatical side.
Okay.
And we have coming up next Thursday night. We're live, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
so
we're
next
live.
Thursday
Yes.
night, we have one of the top Christian artists touring today, Tasha Layton,
Okay.
who will be in concert.
So that will be what's the date?
That's
The
October 2nd.
2nd. Okay.
And then coming up, what day is that? October 17th,
Okay.
I believe, maybe the 19th. It's a Sunday afternoon. We have and he was already scheduled before he got to this level, but a magician by the name of Zach Mears.
Yes, we've seen him. Yes,
Yep.
and he's been on America's.
And Zach got
Good.
eliminated in the semifinals last week.
Okay.
And of course, so thus didn't make it to the finals this week. But he is now one of the most recognized magicians.
Yeah. AGT. He was on America's Got Talent, and that was cool.
He did some mind-blowing magic.
Yeah.
And so he'll be with us
Right.
for the event. And then on December the 1st, it's a Monday, but we did that because this will attract our older audience. We've actually got a matinee and an evening performance on a Monday with Christmas with the Rat Pack. They're a tribute group. Brian is who plays the Frank Sinatra. He's out of the Dallas area, but they've been in Vegas for many, many years. And they've started touring some. And so they reached out to us to host. And so we've got Dean Martin and Sammy Davis Jr. in this, along with Frank Sinatra. You will swear you are watching.
Oh wow!
Live.
That sounds
the
like
Rat Pack.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it will be. And then we've got the Grand Ole Christmas Show. Yeah. So we've got 4 events other than our main stage events. So yeah, I'm leaving for vacation tomorrow morning, and I need it.
Vacation? What?
I know. Well, you have to do a podcast. You can't leave.
Yeah, there you go. Well, all right.
Busy time.
Well, cool. See, man, this town is boring.
No, there's stuff to do every weekend.
I'm just, so
every weekend.
No, absolutely. It's so many things, and then through the winter, I mean, it's cold out at times. It's
it's really not.
But we're mild compared to other places.
We have a mild.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We have a couple of weeks, and that's
careful what you say. We may get that from 3 years ago, but
and that one was cold. That was a week of winter.
Has that been 3 years now? The big freeze. Golly, wow. Well, so check it out if you just. I mean, there's so much going on. And now to be fair, and I'm not here to knock you, but we've got other talent. There's another little theater down the road that y'all don't.
Backdoor Theater does a lot of great stuff.
Yeah.
They are very strong in the community of the arts. Mm-hmm. We consider ourselves more a regional entertainment attraction.
Right.
Our goal is to sell tickets while also using the arts to do so, and thus it gives a lot of neat experience. Backdoor is really strong at a lot of variety of things to give the community many different options. Some of them are things we wouldn't do, but that's okay. There's a place for that and an audience for that as well.
Right.
So we just encourage people to support anything that comes to Wichita Falls.
Yeah, no, right.
The biggest complaint is there is nothing to do.
Well, that's a myth. That's a myth.
It is
big myth.
But everybody has to pay the bills, and if we're all gonna be here, you got to show up.
Right. Yep. Well, I think that's really awesome that you guys are there. The time that you've taken and over the years of bringing this thing back to life from nothing. I mean, essentially, it was
literally the ceiling was falling. Chicken Little said,
but you've brought so many different things to these different events and things that you've done over the years. Now just something else that if somebody has an event they want to hold, right? Do you still do that?
We still rent the theater.
Right.
We don't have a lot of open dates.
Oh, okay.
Just simply because we've got so many things. At almost any time, we've got 3 different shows and rehearsals at the same time as there's 2 shows on the stage.
Right.
And so the space is fairly occupied, but we do rent for those that have a unique event.
Right. Well, so if there's a set going that's over several weeks, probably some limit on what you can do. But I mean, how flexible are you in that way? As long as you don't need to take over the whole stage,
there's things that can be done where we close the center curtain.
Okay.
Sometimes we have to tell them they're going to be on a specific set.
Okay. They're just gonna have to put up with it.
They're just gonna. The Rat Pack may be in Seussville.
Yeah. Okay.
And Grand Ole Christmas Show is probably gonna be up in the tree of the Grinch's house. I mean, you just never know.
Right.
Well, I think we had Elvis, a tribute artist, Craig Parker, this summer, and he was performing on the set of Tarzan. So we just had to remind him that he was not young enough to swing on the ropes.
Right. Oh, well. So tell me some of the logistics. I'm curious. I'm always interested in sort of the back end things of how the production works, and not just the physical aspect of it, because you got people running and scurrying and you got ropes and all kinds of things happening that make all this magic happen. But then there's also like you mentioned earlier about copyrights and getting permission and getting music really. I mean, how does that work?
Well, it is a process. We're just now wrapping up. I've spent the last 4 or 5 weeks with my wife counseling other performers and audience members about what to do for next year. But once you make that decision, then you have to file for the licenses. There are royalties that go along with everything from the music to the performance itself that we have to secure. We've got 2 or 3 shows that we want to do right now. that are also on tour in 2026 around the country.
Oh.
And that puts some extra pressure on us because we're required to wait. We can't just get instant licensing.
Oh.
Because national tours have priority in markets.
Oh, they don't want you
competing. They're going to
competing.
be in Dallas, or they're going to be in Fort Worth or Oklahoma City. There's a good chance they will veto anybody within a certain radius.
Oh.
For doing that show.
During that period?
During that period.
Okay.
Sometimes they knock it out for the whole year. We have shows that our publishers announced that are still not available after 8 or 9 years because the tours have never ended.
Right.
And but you know what most people don't understand. Every production we put on the stage, what we call our main showcase productions, our hard cost is just under $20,000. Just to stage the show.
Wow.
That's royalties, directors. You put that with the monthly insurance and the building payments and utilities. We run about a $40,000 or $50,000 a month budget.
Right.
And so, but it takes experts behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And most people don't do this for free.
No.
Our actors are community volunteers.
Okay.
We do use volunteers in the auditorium. We do use them in the concession stand.
Right.
But it is a very expensive operation to do.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Yeah. That's I said I'm always interested in what's behind the scenes as well as that. Now on the copyright thing though, you've got on music anyway. There's ASCAP and BMI. Do you have to deal with them, or is there another organization for theaters?
For theaters, it's completely different.
Okay.
You're dealing with specifically the playwrights and the composers.
Okay.
We don't have to deal with them directly. There's publishers that handle all of that.
Right.
And then you license directly through the publisher who handles all of the different properties.
Okay.
And
wow.
So we've got about 4 different publishers that handle most everything we want to do.
Right.
For the dinner stage, there's a few offsets that are a little bit different.
Okay.
Because some of the plays that we do there are not major musicals, so they're just a little different experience.
Wow. Well, that's like I said, that's what I mean. Those are the kinds of cool things that I like to do. I mean, people don't even realize, just at least on the music aspect of it, that if you have a business and you want to play music in your business, there's some ways to do it, but just playing even the radio station is not technically legal.
No. We do have we have a general license with ASCAP,
right,
that covers just the playing of music before the show.
Right. Yeah.
Cost us about $500 a year just so we can pay to play pre-show music.
Right. And even technically, that's not every single thing either.
No.
Yeah, there's the majority of it, but then we got the independent artists and other things. The indies, they've got their own thing, and you may have to go. I guess in theory, you might have to go to them directly. But then do you have a service that you use that?
No, we don't.
You just make sure that it's a.
And trying to cover every, cross every T and dot every I when it comes to that is very hard.
Yeah.
They made it very, very difficult. So we do the best we can.
Well, and there's apparently not that this has anything to do with you directly, but the whole licensing and the production and these artists that come out, a lot of the artists these days are starting to pull back on doing their own thing because they've realized with technology they can publish on their own. They don't need these guys necessarily to promote them. And they were taking huge percentages of this. I mean, I think that I saw some years ago, I didn't see the whole thing. I didn't see it live either, but Prince was on a TV show being interviewed, and they were somehow got into the world of publishing and the costs and everything and what they were making. And it was like some ridiculous thing. So this album that sells for $15, I don't know what they sell for, but anyway, out of $15, he might see $1 of it or something. And the vast majority of it is gone to to the everybody in between. And so that's a interesting.
Yeah,
thing.
that industry has really been turned upside down, I think, with the onset of social
you can
media
blame
and
Apple.
all the apps and
You
how
can
easy it is.
You can blame Apple because they're the ones that cracked that nut to get to them to stop selling albums, and maybe I guess there was a time we had the 45. Remember, you had 2 songs.
Yeah.
Or one version on one
side and a B side.
Yeah. And so anyway, that
Steve's old enough to remember that.
I still have some.
Yeah. I don't know where mine are.
As well as a record player to play them, right?
Yeah.
Actually,
you do.
I still play some albums.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people.
Yeah. I have a story about a 45 record. I was a bit traumatized. My brother, his older brother. Yeah. So I don't know if y'all remember the song "Dead Skunk in the Middle of the Road."
Sure.
Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Anyway, so do I have to pay a license for that?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, but anyway.
Less than 10 seconds, you're good.
Yeah. So, but anyway, that I was playing it over and over and over, and I guess it got my brother all irritated. He took it and he broke my record.
Oh, no.
So, yeah. But anyway, I shared that with my wife. She had never heard of it.
About that?
Yeah, I know. I'm still traumatized
Did your
by
brother
it.
live to tell the story?
Well, he's older, so he was he's 4 years older than me, so back then it was. But anyway, so yeah, that I remember my 45. He broke it, man, and then of course remember the records that would come on the cereal boxes.
Yeah.
On the outside, you had to cut it out, and it was.
And they worked.
And they worked, and
2 or 3 times.
Yeah, well, yeah.
The needle kind of really cut through, and it looks better in the sunlight than it does.
Oh yeah. So that was fun. We would always read the box, all this, whatever was on there when you're eating your cereal and everything. So
I have a story that goes along similar to that. We started showing movies a little bit.
Okay.
You may remember we did a classic movie series back in, the first go-around was in 97, I believe. And we were showing on, we needed a playback mechanism, right? Couldn't show them on VHS. And so the thing that was out at the time was Laserdisc.
Mm-hmm. The big.
So we go down to, got yours.
I got a Laserdisc.
I still got mine,
With the
too.
Muppet movie.
With the what?
The Muppet movie.
Oh.
My grown kids wore that thing
I
out.
bet they did. Blame it on the grown kids, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we went to Hamilton Bryan to buy one of those.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember John Hopkins, who's still over there.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Bought a couch for my mom over there.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, here it is. But it's got a great new technology built into it. See this little round, you've got the laser disc, but then there's this one that's about this big around. It's a new technology called DVD.
Ooh.
Wow.
So I have a laser disc that was $1,000 at the time that had the first iteration of the DVD player that Panasonic put into their laser disc. So you could drop that little one in, or you could put the big disc in.
Nice.
Was the spindle the same size? The center spindle?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
I didn't have one of those.
We used it, and there's no reason to think that it wouldn't still work today.
Yeah. Well.
But, hey, something else I just want to share.
Okay.
That for next year. If there's anybody wondering what we're doing next year, you're not going to really hear that. But this community has been was very responsive to a production that we did, that we created a number of years ago. I forget the year we did it, but we did it 2 years in a row. So we are bringing back a rewritten version of North Texas Rising. It was the history of North Texas that we co-authored with a gentleman, and so it'll be a musical tribute to North Texas, southern Oklahoma area.
Nice.
That is, it was, I think, the first time we did it, we had close to 3,000 people come see it. Then we did it about a year and a half, 2 years later again, because the idea was to do a rewrite and keeping it fresh. And so we did it again, and we had about 2,000 come see it. And so we're rewriting right now, and we just want everybody to stay tuned, because it does give those people that are new to Wichita Falls, but also it will bring back a lot of nostalgia for those that are from here or been here a long time. There's a whole bunch of stuff of that really happened here kind of thing. So just want the community to be watching and thinking about that.
Well,
World's littlest skyscraper in there kind of stuff.
You never know.
Yeah. You don't want to give anything
I
away.
told you I'd have to kill you right here.
Okay.
We
That's,
don't want blood on the counter.
all right. Well, cool. So, man, that's just, I mean, you got a busy schedule, and just getting people there is I just show. There's all it. I've never been disappointed with anything that they've done, and not at all. And I just encourage everybody to go check it out, especially if you're new, and hopefully share this. Let people know. Share because we're new at this, and we've got a bank of, and I'm talking about our Get It Right Texoma. Please share this, because if this is unique here.
Right.
We give you at least 30 minutes for a guest and let you talk about what you're doing, and oftentimes we go over a little bit, and that's okay too. But we just want to, really encourage people to check out what's happening, enjoy it. We are one little part of that,
Right.
because there's no live radio anymore here, the news talk type radio at all. And so we're doing both the podcast and on the video side. So on the, I guess, video podcast and live streaming and everything.
There you go.
So, but anyway, well, cool. Anything else you want to add on to that?
How do they get hold of you? How do they get hold
Yeah,
of
how do
Wichita
they-
Theater?
yes.
The easiest way, and it's not by phone anymore, the easiest way is to go to our website, wichitatheater.com, and at the bottom of that is a link or a form that says Let's Talk. And if you have any questions, you just go there, send us a message. Right now, that all still comes directly to me, and then I'll forward it off to either answer it, or I'll forward that off to a department that needs it. But whether you're interested in volunteering, being an actor, we encourage families to come. I mean, there's many families that mom and dad or one or the other that did acting in high school, or they were in community theater in their previous, but then kids came along and they backed away. If you want to know more about getting involved in the acting side, come be a part of the community of actors. Sure. We're happy to answer any of those questions. You can call the box office. Right. We don't have an in-house box office during the week.
It's all online.
It's all online, or you can call between 1 and 5, Tuesday through Friday.
Okay.
If you don't wish to come down, but we stopped the in-house weekly box office during COVID, and decided that based upon the few walk-ins that we had, driving all the way downtown, all 7 minutes away from anywhere in Wichita Falls. To some people, that's a long way.
Well, I mean, the way the world is now, I mean, everybody's on their device and they've got the ability and they're used to it. They use it hours a day.
Yep.
And so that makes it just so much more convenient for your patrons.
Yep, absolutely. So, but we're available. You've got the Let's Talk up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
It's at the very bottom of the page, like you said. Just there's
it's
a
on
form
any
there.
page. And there's also at the top, in our menu is a Get Involved. And that will tell you about the different ways you can do that.
There it is.
And also, if we have auditions scheduled, they'll be posted right there.
Nice.
Well, they keep you up to date on it, man. That's wow. That's pretty cool.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, and then everything that's happening, going on, they keep that up to date and everything. So, well, that's cool, Dwayne. Well, I absolutely appreciate you coming in. I mean, it's just. I just, like I said, amazed at everything you guys do, and I'm glad that I'm not, I wouldn't be going there unless it was fun. I don't like just giving my money just because, right? But you guys actually earn it, so
thank you.
And then some, right?
It is a lot of work, you know, but people wonder because this year we will have completed when we finish the Grinch, not including the live concerts. We will have done 16 different unique productions between the two buildings.
Right.
Wow.
And
that's amazing.
People say, how do you do it? And we just go,
Well, it's a passion. This
well,
is right. I mean,
do it.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
But I mean,
You know, we've been at it 30 years. We're getting close.
Yeah, you
to
might
that
have a little
point.
passion for
Yeah, there's a little passion. With Grinch, we will have completed our 240th production.
Wow.
For Lisa and I since we began, as far as this since 2006.
Wow.
But
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's there's a lot to it. But, you know, we've got a generation of young people that are coming up that we're hopeful will be able to continue carrying the torch well into the next generation. So, you know, I think we've got something started that hopefully can continue for decades to come.
Right, and if we see some of the growth that's potential that we're seeing happening right now, that 300 jobs here, 300 jobs there, just and I still think, you know, if we've talked about this year before, as growth in Wichita Falls, if we just had 1% growth every year, just assuming 100,000, just as a round number, that's 1,000 people a year. And in 5 years, you got 5,000 more people. So we're now go at 105, or I say, is the lay? I don't remember what the lay is, but say it's 105,000. Then we have 110, and then we got, you know, and that helps you because every time those few people come in, they're going to see what's going on, and they're going to come down there. So
quality of life is the key ingredient. And I think Wichita Falls hit an extreme stagnation through the years because our community wasn't willing to invest in new schools, you know, high schools, new technology, and with the quality of life, with the things to do, the new high schools, new elementary schools, new businesses, downtown. We woke up yesterday morning to the new light poles on our side of the block going in. All of downtown I don't know how much longer it's going to take to actually power them. But the entire downtown's got some really neat, historic-looking light poles that are going to be going in every block.
All right.
From Scott Street to Ohio Street.
Lots of things. It's a great time to be in Wichita Falls.
It is. I think it is. And
all right.
It's been a struggle to get there.
Well, yeah.
Here we are.
Well,
Here we are.
All right. Well, cool. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up. Do you have anything else, Steve?
No, it's been a pleasure to sit in for Trey.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trey, for letting me do that. I love being on the show and being part of this wonderful genre.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Well, that was our pleasure.
To share a story.
All right. Well, yeah, y'all have got a great story to tell. So,
thank you.
All right. So please join us next Friday morning, 7:30. We're live. That's always the plan. We're here, ready to go, and we would love for you to join us. And then, of course, you can always watch it in the later on because we are archived onto YouTube for seemingly forever, I guess, which is good or bad. And then, of course, on Facebook, it'll be on there a month or two. I think I started seeing something the other day in August. So, but anyway, we appreciate you joining us every Friday morning. And you know what, though, as to wrap up here, we wrap up in the way that Mike always said at the end of the show. He said that we will see you down the road.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.